Hey, what's up? Today we're going to be doing another You're Stupid video where we look at the people of the world that are making bad decisions. A lot of people tend to make bad decisions. I feel like we just know more about people's bad decisions these days because for some reason they love broadcasting them online. So let's look at some of these. And at the end of the video I got some good videos for you. You know how we do. We do the pictures first and then at the end we show the videos that I'm going to review. Let's do... Where's my phone? Hey. What's up? Family's 15K Carnival Cruise vacation canceled just 2 days prior without their knowledge after sharing booking number on Facebook. Well, that's your own dumb fault. That's the only thing you need to make changes is the booking number. Family in shock. Kentucky family's 15,000 Carnival Cruise vacation planning for a year was canceled just 2 days before the ship was set to sail after they accidentally shared their booking number online. Apparently they gave her like an offer for like a 10K reimbursement, but she refused. But you don't refuse that. It was your own fault. If they were going to give you 10K back, take it. You made the mistake, not the cruise company. The cruise company only made a mistake of believing a person that had your booking number. Why wouldn't they believe them? They had the information. That's why you got to be very careful about personal information in videos. You can't just be throwing it out there for everyone to see. Make sure you cover up what you don't want people to see. Also, though, the person who canceled their vacation, that's just, what are you doing? You're just doing that for fun? Just to piss off a family, ruin their kid's vacation. I bet you it was a bitterness and jealous thing, you know? Someone sitting there at home was like, well, I can't go on a cruise, and just wanted to ruin someone else's good time because they weren't having a good time. Cornelius Mike Anderson was convicted of armed robbery in 2000 and sentenced to 13 years, but the state of Missouri forgot to put him in prison. Man avoided prison after state forgot about him. Are they gonna put him in prison now? I served my time at home on my couch. Did he do anything else in that time? If he was a clean citizen and just took it as like, hey, this is God giving me a sign that if I'm better, I won't be in jail, I hope he took it as like, I'm going to do better now. I'm going to take this as a second chance and this next 13 years of my life are going to be the best ever. I hope that's what happened and he wasn't like, I'm gonna ramp up the crime now. I gotta look this one up later, see what happens to this guy. How did that slip through the cracks? That's crazy. That is some kind of crazy luck. But here's the thing, this whole thing could have been avoided if you just didn't rob someone at gunpoint. In Jalore, Rajasthan, I don't know if I'm saying that right, two brothers started a property dispute for some land. The case reached high court. Court found that the whole village is on government land and asked 440 families to vacate the illegally occupied land. Ah, shit, man, property disputes. Like, I bet you this was a dispute over like 2 inches of property. It was probably like them making a huge deal over a tiny little piece of land and then you lost it all. Oh man, those families must be really mad at these brothers. System restore disk, do not erase. Okay, let me slap a magnet on that sensitive data. There you go, that won't erase it, right? It's old technology. They were more resistant to magnets, right? Okay, but first of all, this must be a fake picture because nobody's using a floppy disk. There's probably a multitude of people watching this video right now who are just like, hey, what the hell is that anyway? That flash drive won't fit in my computer. That CD doesn't look very right. This was before flash drives. Nobody is using a floppy disk for a system restore, okay? If that's the level of technology at your job site right now, you need to upgrade. Influencer who promoted virtues of fruit-only diet dies age 39 of malnutrition. That's just sad. Social media influencer Zana Samsonova died after eating just tropical fruit. But wouldn't you realize that at some point, like, your body's failing you? I figured, wouldn't you realize before you started getting malnourished? Wouldn't you be like, I'm very low energy today, maybe I should eat something different? Go to the doctor? I don't know. I feel really bad for this woman because this definitely could have been prevented. It's such a stupid thing to happen. You can't just eat one thing. You can't just only eat fruit. You need a variety of different foods. I'm sorry. It's these all one thing diets. They rarely work. What does competitive salary even mean? The salary will be competing against bills and your mortgage and your taxes. Yeah, the salary's going to be competing a lot. I don't have a salary. I will never know what it's like to just have an amount of money that I'm owed to because I did my work. Nope, it's just always going to fluctuate. This is the life I chose. That's fine. Being a full-time YouTuber has its perks. I understand. I'm not going to complain too much. If I may quote the late, great Phil Valentine, fear is the pandemic. Fauci was the doctor of fear and should be prosecuted for the fraud that he knowingly perpetrated on the American people. I'm not talking about being wrong during unprecedented times. I'm talking knowingly lying. This absolute makes my blood boil. And then someone linked this little tidbit about the person she quoted. Outspoken vaccine skeptic Phil Valentine died Saturday, a month after his COVID-19 diagnosis captured national attention and led to his public change of heart on vaccines. I'm not going to say too much about this. I'm just going to leave this one here. I'm going to let it sit here for everyone else to discuss in the comments, because I don't like to touch too much on politics or all this stuff that people have very strong opinions about. I don't like to touch on. So I put this one in for the fans. All right, let's move on. Remote Amazon tribe finally connects to the internet, only to wind up hooked on blank social media. What do you think they got hooked on? It's a 4-letter word. What do you think? What do you think? There it is. Yeah, it gets us all, doesn't it? A reclusive tribe in the Amazon finally got hooked up to the internet thanks to Elon Musk, only to be torn apart by social media and ornog addiction. Elders complain. Brazil's 2,000-member Marubo tribe has been left bitterly divided by the arrival of the Tesla founder's Starlink service 9 months ago. Elon is tearing this world apart! Well, what did you think would happen? It just sucks, because Elon was just trying to help this native tribe connect to the outside world, trying to help them advance, trying to help them get better, and what happened? Yeah, they found what the internet's really all about, right? Yeah, and now they're just hanging out in their huts 24/7. The women moved out and they didn't even notice. Like, the tribe elder's probably so disappointed, but also he's like, I get it, because I'm also addicted. Okay, and I just want to know if Elon Musk has some sort of credit card he can drop down here, because things are very limited. Beautiful cat with homophobia. Wait. No, that's not what that's called. Why is your cat so scared of gay people? Hashtag cat, this is what it's actually called. She was trying to say heterochromia, which is when an animal has 2 different colored eyes or a human has 2 different colored eyes. Actually, Nova has heterochromia. Man, I've been trying to... I had to look up how to say that word. I'm probably still saying it wrong. And honestly, I can hardly pronounce the word, so do you really blame her for typing it wrong? It was probably autocorrected. Autocorrect has an agenda. Oh, no. Nova, come here. Show everyone your eyes. I've been waiting for an excuse to show off your eyes. Come here. Show them your beautiful heterochromia eyes. Come here. Come on. Jump. Jump to me. Jump. You made it. All right, see? She's got one brown one and one bright blue one. And it's hard to see because her pupils are always like dilated. They're jacked. She's such a jacked up dog. But yes, those are her eyes. Hello. You didn't send me dog biscuits. Oh, come on. This is my shirt. Actually, it's a really cool thing, and that's why I got her as a dog, because I was just in love with her eyes, and then I realized she was a very difficult puppy, very hyper. Oh, don't choose a dog on its looks. Try to get a gauge of the personality, but she's good now, right? Nova, I love you, okay? Don't look at me like that. I'm happy I picked you. She's gonna attack me. She's like, you talking shit? You talking shit about me? Alright, let's move on. Fact. God has never made a single drop of alcohol. The earth has never produced a single drop of alcohol. 100% of all wine and alcohol is manufactured by fallen men. Nothing good ever comes out of alcohol. Wow. Maybe you should read the Bible before you start trying to quote God. And here are readers' added context they thought you might want to know. Jesus turned water into wine. Source, the Bible. Even I know that, and I've never read a word of the Bible. I thought it was common knowledge that at some point Jesus turned wine into water, or water into wine, I mean. Seems to be common knowledge. Making some bad claims there, sir. Diapers over Dems. Real man wear diapers. I did not even understand at first that this was in support of Trump, that this is supporting him. This is what it's come to. These are the best claims you can make about the candidates. Oh, man. Oh, that's alarming. Good luck, America. I'm going to be hiding out over here in Canada. Idaho bar declares June Heterosexual Awareness Month. Offers free beer to straight men. I think a gay bar should do a straight guy night. That would be actually hilarious. That would be kind of cool. Like, yeah, if you're a straight man and you want to come here and learn, you want to try our side? Free beers tonight. Oh man, that's actually a recipe for disaster. Giving straight men free beers in a gay bar. Ooh, a lot of those men aren't going to come out straight. College tennis player suspended after telling black opponent "At least I know my dad" during match. And here's the really funny part. He said, "At least I know my dad" to a man named John Wilson IV. Racists are the dumbest people on the planet. Oh, that is a good quote, because it's true. Racists are among the dumbest people on the planet. That much hate really shows an intelligence level.
Go get this, get this. No.
Oh, you did not make it. So close. But you forgot the one thing. Ice. It's slippery. That's right. Ice be slippery. I love how he's like, get this, come on, film this. He got so caught up telling everyone to film him that he forgot his footing, or what he was actually going to try to do. Maybe that's what he wanted to do.
Go get this, get this. No.
Yeah, epic. Mountain lion walks past live reporter and mistakes it for a dog.
The damage goes this morning. What you're seeing is actually a dog coming into our live shot. I think it's a dog. I'm not sure. But anyway, there's some sort of creature below me. And really all that's been affected is what's supposed to be a road right below my feet. And it's just basically covered in mud. But other than that, there's not much damage to report. So some great news out of Utah County. But of course, a lot of effort that was put into this to make sure none of these communities were affected. And of course, the families were kept safe. Jenny Hardman is tracking traffic. We noticed down here that the roads weren't too bad. How are they looking throughout the rest of the state?
Yes, and Morgan, I hope that's a dog too. If not, go get in the truck.
Yeah,
Chase is freaking out. He doesn't think it's a dog, so maybe go check. Thank you, Morgan.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was not a dog. It was a mountain lion. I couldn't tell, but I can tell by the reactions of your crew that you should be running now. And they're like, no, I'm pretty sure that was a mountain lion. You should get in the van. And she's just like, haha, yeah, okay. No, seriously, you're being hunted right now. Go to the van. She's like, yeah, that's cute. That's cute, guys. Good prank. Who's pulling on my leg? Something's biting my shoulder. You guys went all out on this prank. Is that the thing to do when a mountain lion comes by? Just act like you don't care. The mountain lion will be like, well, if it's not scared of me, then probably not going to let me eat it. But if you start cowering, you're like, oh, they're like, oh, easy prey. Look how scared this little guy is. Now, here is a funny one. This is a video. Someone's filming this guy that's trying to run away after hitting his car.
Il a failli se niquer, mais je crois qu'il va se niquer le skin. Il est en train de se niquer le skin. Il est bloqué. C'est pas possible.
Gets worse and worse the more you watch. Oh man, at what point do you just cut him down because you feel bad for him? Nah, let him hang out there for the night. Well, you know, it could have been worse. The spikes on the top of the fence could have ended up in your butthole. That would have been much worse. Then you would have had to just live on that gate. Can't get out of that situation. I'd love to see like him get confronted and he's like, no, I wasn't. Why would you? He's just hanging upside down like, no, what are you talking about, man? No, dude, this is where I always hang out. I'm gonna actually take a nap here tonight. I sleep like a bat. And here, let's take a look at the future of technology. Here's a AI robot waiter. Yes, a robot waitress. Wow. Well, I think it's safe to say, for now, for a good amount of time, our jobs are safe. There's also this random clip of some man just throwing water on her, like, did you buy this? Are you some rich guy that bought this waiter as your housemaid? And you're like, I can't even bring me a glass of water. It's bad when the waitress comes down and, like, puts the tray down like this, and then you're like, okay, let me just take that for you, dear. I know, you're still learning how to use your robot body. It's kind of creepy, though, because it looks super realistic. The only thing that would tell them apart is that she's moving like a robot. She's like, it's just the function of her, like, let me get you. Do you want this hot coffee? Yeah. I see this going very bad. And we're gonna end with this interesting one right here. Footage shows Dahlia reacting to the news that her husband has been murdered. However, the hitman that she hired was actually an undercover cop, and this sting was specifically organized just so they could arrest her. Her husband wasn't harmed. And here's the video of her acting. Okay, just so a quick change of plans here. I just realized that the video I was about to show you is a copywritten episode of Cops. So I can't show you that video anymore, I'm filming this after the fact. But I will explain to you what happened. She goes up and she cries and cries and cries and cries, and he's like, okay, I've had enough of this, we're going to the station. Okay, and now here's the stuff that I said after the video. I hope my shirt didn't blind you. Just out of nowhere, like, Gah! I feel like at the end when the cop's like, I can't do this anymore, he's like, I can't keep a straight face with this BS right here. She is very good at crying on the spot. That is alarming. But here's the thing, I don't understand why do people ever think that hiring an assassin is gonna work? Hitmen aren't a real thing. This isn't the movies, okay? 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I put it up by 5%, okay? 95% of the time, if you hire a hitman, it's gonna be an undercover cop. And the other 5% of the time, it's probably just a crackhead who's gonna back out of what he's supposed to do and then turn you in anyway. Stupid. Maybe just there's other resources out there. You don't need to do this. This is not the end-all solution. Anyway, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I gotta get back to the editing, actually. I was gonna say to the rest of my life, but the rest of my life today is gonna be editing this video. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment, leave some feedback in the comments. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Check out my merch. I hope you enjoyed this video. Did I say that already? If you want to send me stuff for my videos, you can send pictures and stuff, or, like news articles you find online. Send them to FLuffeeFanmail@gmail.com. And yeah, come up to your screen real quick. Come here. Boop. Got you. Bye.